In the annals of history, few love stories shine as brightly or endure as gracefully as that of John and Abigail Adams. Theirs was a partnership built not on grandeur but on intellect, affection, and unshakable trust, in a world torn by revolution. Abigail Smith was born in 1744 in Weymouth, Massachusetts. She was a curious and intelligent girl, though formal education for women was rare in those days. But Abigail's father, a minister, and her mother, a descendant of prominent early settlers, encouraged her to read, and she devoured books on philosophy, or politics, and history. John Adams, born in 1735, was a bright, ambitious lawyer in Braintree, Massachusetts. He had a sharp wit, a fiery temper, and an unyielding sense of justice. They met in 1759, when Abigail was just 15, and John, 24. At first, John found Abigail shy and frail, but soon her intelligence, humour, and strength of character captivated him. By 1762, they were engaged. They married on October 25, 1764. A modest ceremony in her family's home. It was the beginning of a love story that would endure war, distance, and the burdens of leadership. As the American colonies edged toward revolution, John was drawn deep into politics. He would become a delegate to the Continental Congress in 1774, leaving Abigail behind to manage their farm, raise their 4 children, and endure the uncertainties of war. What makes their love so extraordinary is their letters. Over the years, they exchanged more than 1,100 letters filled with humour, advice and reflections on everything from politics to parenting. Abigail wasn't just a supportive wife. She was John's confidant and advisor. In a famous letter in 1776, she urged him to remember the ladies while drafting new laws for the nation, warning that if particular care and attention is not paid to the ladies, we are determined to foment a rebellion. John respected her opinions deeply, often calling her Portia, after the wise, strong heroine of Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. In 1778, John was sent to Europe as a diplomat. The separation was long and painful. Abigail remained in Massachusetts, running their home, battling smallpox epidemics, and managing finances. In his absence, their letters reveal a mixture of longing, frustration, and enduring affection. When John became America's first vice president in 1789, and later its second president in 1797, Abigail was by his side in Philadelphia, and later the new capital, Washington, D.C. She was the first lady to live in the White House, though it was unfinished, cold and damp. Yet through every separation, through war, political storm, personal losses, their bond held strong. Abigail was a moral compass. For John, she challenged him, encouraged him, and kept him grounded. John himself would later say, "My friend, my dearest friend, you have been my constant partner and counselor." Some historians suggest that while John and Abigail's marriage was unusually modern, in its equality and openness, it wasn't without strain. At times, Abigail felt the weight of John's public career and absences deeply. And yet, where others may have grown apart, the Adamses found ways to come back to each other, time and again. In 1800, John was defeated in his re-election bid by Thomas Jefferson. his former friend turned rival. The loss devastated him. Abigail returned with him to their home in Quincy, Massachusetts. They spent their final years together in quiet reflection. Abigail passed away in 1818. John would live another 8 years, famously dying on July 4th, 1826, the very same day as Jefferson, and the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. His last words were believed to be, "Thomas Jefferson survives," though Jefferson had, in fact, died earlier that same day. Today, the letters of John and Abigail Adams remain one of America's greatest love stories, not of courtly romance or fairy tale drama, but of partnership, respect, and enduring devotion. If you believe that love is not just about passion, but about friendship, resilience, and shared purpose, and if you find beauty in words, in history, and in stories that shape the world we live in, then this is the place for you. Subscribe to Legends of Love, where real love stories from history live on.